Across Australia, New Zealand and the South Pacific, this is the week's Adventist News in Focus with David Gibbons.
Hello, thanks for joining me. Relief efforts are being hampered by altitude and cold after a 6.9 magnitude earthquake hit the remote Chinese Tibetan city of Yushu. The death toll is estimated to be 2,000, with tens of thousands injured and hundreds of thousands left homeless. A number of aid organisations are already on the ground working with Chinese authorities to provide relief. Sub-zero temperatures have made the need for shelter and warmth a priority for earthquake survivors. The Adventist Relief and Development Agency, or ADRA, has delivered 1,000 mattresses and heavy blankets. ADRA representatives say they will continue to work together with other organisations in the relief effort. And in yet another, in a series of large earthquakes this year, northwest Mexico is recovering from a 7.2 magnitude earthquake. 2 people died, hundreds were injured, and 5,000 homes destroyed. And again, ADRA is providing assistance, working alongside local churches. Volunteers delivered food packages and tents to families affected by the disaster. But church members themselves have not escaped unscathed. 135 families lost their homes and 5 church buildings were damaged. A small congregation in Victoria is calling itself the Search Church. The Search, an evangelistic video series, was produced in 1998 by the Adventist Media Network. Aimed at viewers with little or no Christian background, The Search helps explore basic questions of biblical truth.
What ancient predictions do they see fulfilled by the latest news? And what do they say about our future? The Search video series dismisses the hype and presents credible evidence.
Almost every person in the congregation says the Search played a part in them becoming Christians. An updated version of The Search is now in development and will be launched later this year.
The purpose of the new Search, which by the way is called the Beyond series, is to provide a tool where people can share with their neighbours the wonderful story of Jesus and his salvation. And it's done in a most wonderful, up-to-date way. You know, it's the old story communicated in a new way.
NYNGAN in outback New South Wales has been stormed by a gang of youths brandishing balloons and face paint. 35 young people from the Kellyville Adventist Church in Sydney made the 8-hour trip to NYNGAN, a town of 2,500 people. For 7 mornings they ran a kids club, clowning, making balloon animals, telling Bible stories and playing games. In the afternoons, the volunteers involved the town's teenagers in touch football and team-building challenges.
Inevitably, people will ask, well, why are you guys here? What are you guys about? And I've found it very powerful in terms of, spreading God's love and getting people aware of what God's really all about as well.
And now Assistant Editor Jared Stackelroth joins us to check out this week's edition of Record. Good to see you, Jared.
G'day, David. Yeah, this is a good issue. We've got some exciting story about these pastors have actually been given motorbikes so they can get around. They've got huge territories to cover and they just haven't been able to get to all their churches. So that helps them. We've got a story about the Wahroonga development. The Sydney Adventist Hospital is actually going to expand so that it's got more beds. It'll create some jobs in the community and the community will be a real working, living community. So there's some interesting news items in there, definitely.
Good. And some pictures on that hospital development.
Some great sneak peek previews of the plans and what it may look like conceptually. So it's going to be good. Yeah.
Very important for the church. Thanks, Jared. And you can watch the full half hour of In Focus on Friday nights on Foxtel Channel 182, the Hope Channel and Hope TV. And you can watch it online at infocus.org.au. Well, that's the news for this week. Thanks for joining me. I'm David Gibbons.